किश्तवाड़ में फैली हिंसा पर पूरे देश में अब एक तरह से कोहराम मचा है। आज संसद में हिंसा का मुद्दा उठा। 3 तस्वीरें आपके सामने हैं। विपक्ष के साथ साथ यूपीए के सहयोगियों ने भी आज सरकार को इस मुद्दे पर घेरा। बीजेपी नेता अरुण जेटली ने राज्य और केंद्र सरकार की मंशा पर सवाल खड़े किए। मायावती ने जम्मू कश्मीर में राष्ट्रपति शासन लगाने की मांग की। पार्टियों के तेवर देखकर आखिर वित्त मंत्री पी चिदम्बरम ने राज्यसभा में जवाब दिया और पूरी घटना का जिक्र किया। उधर हिंसा पर न्यायिक जांच के आदेश दे दिए गए हैं। तीनों तस्वीर आपके सामने है। जम्मू कश्मीर सरकार के गृह राज्य मंत्री किचलू ने ये कहकर इस्तीफा दे दिया कि जब तक न्यायिक जांच पूरी नहीं होगी वो पद पर नहीं रहेंगे। संसद में पी चिदम्बरम ने आज क्या सफाई दी इस पूरे मुद्दे पर, सुनिए।
On the day of Eid ul-Fitr, at about 10:15 hours, around 500 members of the Muslim community from villages Hullar, Punnu, Bandna, and Sangram Bata of police station Kishtwar came in a procession. Some of them raised pro-Azadi slogans. But in processions of this kind, some misguided, hot-headed elements raising Azadi slogans is not a new phenomenon. It happens virtually every Friday. They were proceeding towards the Chaugan in Kishtwar, where Eid prayers were being held. At Kulheed Chowk, an altercation took place between an individual and the processionists. Let me underline this. The altercation was between an individual and processionists. Subsequently, there was a scuffle between the processionists who belonged to the Muslim community and some members of the Hindu community in Kulheed Chowk. This was followed by stone pelting and group clashes. Eid prayers were over by about 10:30 hours, but the protests and clashes continued thereafter. Members of the two communities indulged in stone pelting and arson, forcing the security forces to resort to cane charge, tear gas shelling, and finally firing in the air at a few places. The clashes spread to some other areas of the town, making it difficult for the police to control the situation. Hence, the army was called in shortly after noon. The army came in, and a flag march by the army was held at about 17 hours.
इससे पहले राज्यसभा में नेता विपक्ष अरुण जेटली ने जमकर हल्ला बोला सरकार पर, सुनिए।
Small instances led to a protest, a demonstration. And thereafter what took place has been extremely unfortunate and sad. The procession again started selective targeting. And when this selective targeting started, it was brought to the notice of the government of India at the highest level. The Honorable Prime Minister was spoken to within literally minutes of these instances, because between 1990 and 2013 there is a difference. People communicate on mobile phones now, they communicate on the Twitter, they communicate on email. And within minutes, information started reaching Delhi as to what had happened. People were crying out of helplessness, and the entire police was a mute spectator. There was complaints that a senior functionary of the state government could have been involved. And that's a matter which requires to be investigated. After this was reported, the matter was immediately brought to the notice of the highest in the government, the Honorable Prime Minister. And in early afternoon, we were all told that the situation is tense and the army is being moved in. We kept telling everybody who communicated with us that the army is being moved in and hopefully the situation would come under control. The functionaries of the district, whether it was the district magistrate or the collector or the senior superintendent of police, were all spectators, took no action. As of yesterday evening, that is 3 days after the incident, you have hundreds of shops being burnt, you have houses being ransacked, you have dozens of people being injured. They couldn't be treated in the civil hospital. That was the extent of tension. They had to be taken to the military or army hospitals. And some of them had even to be moved out. You had vehicles being burnt. You had some people, innocents, who also lost their lives. And this situation should have been immediately brought under control. But for the next few hours, whereas we were saying that we have an assurance from the government of India that the army is being moved in, I do understand that the Home Ministry, the Defense Ministry went into action and said army should be moved in. It was only till late evening that the army, which was otherwise present close by, got positioning. And in these 6-7 hours, there was mayhem in the town of Kishtwar.
सेना की तैनाती को लेकर आखिर इतनी देरी क्यों हुई, इस पर गंभीर सवाल खड़े करना लाजमी है, लेकिन सवाल उस सियासत का भी जो है जो इसे नाजुक वक्त पर शुरू हो जाती है। आइए आपको सुनाते हैं समाजवादी पार्टी, बहुजन समाज पार्टी, नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस के नेताओं का किश्तवाड़ पर क्या कहना है।
इस मामले की उच्च स्तरीय जांच होनी चाहिए और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को इसमें दखल देना चाहिए और खास तौर से जो गृह राज्य मंत्री जो वहां पर साइलेंट रहे और सब कुछ देखते रहे, उनके खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज होनी चाहिए, उनको जेल के अंदर भेजना चाहिए। और यदि उनके खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज नहीं होती है और सेंट्रल गवरमेंट साइलेंट रहती है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट साइलेंट रहती है, तो बेहतर ये होगा कि जम्मू कश्मीर की गवर्नमेंट को बर्खास्त करके वहाँ पे प्रेसिडेंट रूल लगना चाहिए।
हम उम्मीद करें कि राज्य सरकार अकेले अपने बलबूते पर इन तत्वों का मुकाबला कर लेगी, वो संभव नहीं। और मैं इस बात से भी सहमत नहीं हूं कि किसी कश्मीर में अगर हम किसी सरकार को बर्खास्त कर दें तो इससे समस्या सुलझ जाएगी। एक बार बहुत पहले एक बहुमत वाली सरकार को बर्खास्त करने का नतीजा हम लोग देख चुके हैं। तो अभी तक मामला ठीक नहीं हो पा रहा है, उसके मूल में वही चीज रही कि आपने एक सरकार को बर्खास्त किया, तो बर्खास्तगी इसका कोई इलाज नहीं है।
We've got to take some steps. I don't want to go into what steps can be taken. We cannot simply say the status quo is there और गाड़ी चल रही है, नहीं चल रही है। Let me say to this house, जम्मू कश्मीर की गाड़ी नहीं चल रही है, इसके बारे में कुछ करना पड़ेगा। We have to be bold, we have to be imaginative, we have to be compassionate. Vast numbers of people have lost their lives. The widows are wailing, the orphans are wailing. There is such terrible pain in that state.